Once I'm through this gate, I am officially in England.
Gonna miss you, Scotland.
And woke up around midnight to like footsteps.
I've hit mile 500. I'm so happy. Good morning. I am coming to you from inside my tent because it has just started spitting. And today is going to be a big hike. So I think it's about 24-25 miles that I'm aiming to do today. I'm hoping to get to the village of Beal and then potentially stay in a campsite because I've heard near that stretch along the coast there's a golf course. There's a tiny little bit of like accessible land, and then you've got Holy Island, and apparently people are really on it with wild camping. I've had a friend who got told off and moved on yesterday. Jules, actually, you know Jules and her mate Oscar got moved on yesterday near that area. Last night I slept interestingly. I fell asleep really well and then woke up around midnight to like footsteps, and there are, is it called bipedal, so when it's 2 steps, and it sounded like it was like in the water but then also up by my tent, and it didn't sound like a bird because it didn't flap off, and there's a bridge, so it's like if it was a person it should have gone over the bridge, but I don't know if it was just someone messing with me like to make me feel uneasy or whether it was just a bird that was walking and it played with my imagination. But then I was awake till like 1:30. Oh my gosh, I was just like, just fall asleep, don't have time to be awake being paranoid. And then kind of dawns at 4:30 and there's loads of birds in the trees. Sort of woke to that and just lay here. So a bit tired today. Pro Plus is definitely in me. And we will see how far I get. Well, I've got to make it to Beal. I've got to get to Beal. So I'll see you on the route to Beal. But I will flip you around and show you the beautiful spot I pitched in last night anyway, because it is actually dead cute. So I lucked out.
On a side note, there's this really interesting odd worm. What worm is that? Because that doesn't look like a worm I've ever seen before. Looks like a mixture of a slug and a worm. Do you get flatworms?
Oh guys, I am stiff this morning. I'm actually going to do a couple of stretches while I'm out here. I just walked over that bridge to take like some photos and some nice little B-roll, and I could feel like my Achilles wanting to snap me. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It wasn't good at all. Hang on, I've done that way. You see that side. Oh, and then the under arch as well was so sore. I was like, right, your girl needs to stretch today. She needs to stretch this out before I try and bust out 25 miles, 25, 26, something like that, isn't it? Oh, gonna be walking a marathon basically today. To be fair, there's loads of awesome people that do this trail and they bust out 24, 25, 30 miles a day. I don't know how I can. I mean, I blame my height, to be honest. I'm 5'3". So when I was comparing my steps with someone a while ago, I had done 58,000 for 20 miles and they had done like 36,000 or something. And so, yeah, I think I just do a lot more steps. I probably just have a really tiny stride. It's something I probably should work on, and I'm not going to do the thrust to the camera. It's something I should probably work on in the future, is trying to lengthen my stride and my step. Because I would really like to crush more miles and not be consistently walking for hours on end. But yeah, we will see. Anyway, that's the stretching's done. Let's pop the tent down. what a view this is gonna be. The sunrise, like the colour of the sunrise, is now starting to break through the clouds and the sea mist this morning. So it's going to be a lovely little view to walk to. It is almost 7. I don't know how I take so long, guys. Didn't even make coffee this morning, just had Pro Plus, but there we go.
Come on, where are you? Camera shy. It's a little baby stag.
You see that sign above me? That sign is to say that once I'm through this gate, I am officially in England. I will have left the glorious Scotland behind. And today is quite a big milestone because not only am I going to be going through into England, but I will also be hitting mile 500 as well today. So very, very excited, Becca, for this bit. And yeah, let's walk through into England.
Gonna miss you, Scotland.
And here, half a mile on, just downwind of a caravan park, I've hit mile 500. I just need that tune now, don't I? I would walk 500. I'm not going to play it because I'll get done for copyright and then I won't be able to share this video, but I'm a third of the way home, babes. I'm a third of the way home. Feel a bit emotional. Oh guys, the loveliest thing just happened. So basically, I was walking past this caravan site just outside of Berwick-on-Tweed, I think it's called, and my feet were hating me. And so I just sat down outside this caravan and just unloaded my bag because I was like, I'll just sit here, rest my feet, have my lunch, and my wraps were down the bottom. Anyway, this dude saw me in pain, came out of his caravan, and he was like, do you want a bowl to soak your feet in? And he ran a bowl of cold, icy cold water, and I just sat outside his caravan for 15 minutes with my feet in his sink bowl. And it was lovely. And once more, human kindness has prevailed.
It turned out the caravan site was a few miles outside of Berwick-upon-Tweed. At the mouth of the River Tweed situates their castle, which switched sides between the English and the Scots for centuries and has remained English since 1482. The route trails along a Grade 1 listed bridge, built between 1611 and 1642, and goes past some more beautiful churches and chapels before trailing back along the coastal path once more.
Guys, I'm at it again. Oh, I'm by a car park, shamelessly levitating my feet in the air to get the swelling down. Oh man. At least this view is better than tarmac. The John Muir Way really irritated my feet, and it almost felt like all the strengthening that the West Highland Way had done to it was almost reversed. And okay, yeah, my arches have gone from being really high to quite a lot flatter now, and the tendons are clearly stronger, like you can push my foot and it's like a solid muscle. Another area of my foot's been compensating, and that area's been my Achilles heel. And I'm getting shin splint, but almost heel splints, like these shooting pains going up my heel and aching at the back of the foot. And I haven't wanted to complain about it because I'm just fed up of complaining about how much my feet hurt. And then this morning I was on tarmac for a bit and I just broke down and cried and left a friend a voice note as if someone was bloody dying. I can't do this. I'm such a shit hiker. I can only do 20 miles a day and that takes me 12 hours and everyone else does 30 and 8. And, you know, I went into that wormhole of comparing myself to other people and feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like I wasn't going to make it, and just feeling really sad. And it's not like I have imposter syndrome because I know I do it at my own pace. I know I can do it. But I guess a bit of jealousy in a way. It's now through hiking season in the UK and I'm seeing so many of these through hikers smash out dirty 30s. You know, 24 miles is a chill day for them. And for me to do 24.5 miles today, I had to get up at 5:30 and I probably won't get to the campsite until 9:30. And it's just, I don't know. I just started feeling a little bit low really. But anyway, this is a huge chunk of waffle. I just thought, I don't know, I wanted to share. And it's all right to have a low mood, you know? And it's okay to feel negative sometimes. And I feel on social media, a lot of the time we have to be the most upbeat, positive versions of ourselves or have something really wrong. And actually, having sore feet, comparing yourself to others and feeling a little bit demotivated is completely a valid way to feel. And that's how I felt. And then I walked to the 500-mile point across the border between Scotland and England and felt a little bit better about myself. So, oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Human kindness has just prevailed so much on this trail. So I got to the campsite and I'm like dead. I'm so dead. And yeah, the lady had said there was going to be plug sockets, but apparently they're just shaver plug sockets. And this woman in the tent took my phone and my power bank and has them charging at the back of her tent because she's got an electric hookup. And then she went and brought me a cup of tea. I'm so happy. People are just, humans are just wonderful. Like, I know there's this big thing that we should be afraid of people and people aren't nice, but actually 99.9999999% of people are bloody wonderful. So cheers. That is it, leaving the glorious campsite behind me. Do you know what? As much as I really don't enjoy being on campsites because people arrive at whatever time and it's a bit noisy, I just sleep solidly all the way through because I suddenly feel safe. Not that I don't feel safe per se when I'm wild camping, but your brain can play tricks on you or people play tricks on you. Like, I swear, night before last, there was someone definitely outside my tent because whatever it was bipedal, which means, like, what animals have two legs? Humans. Or a bird. And I didn't hear it flutter in or flutter away. So, unless it's walked a while walked through the water and then just sat there to sleep for the night, which could be a possibility. But yeah, very strange. In those situations though, I try to just think maybe it's someone that's come across my tent and is like, I'm just gonna have a look to make sure that they look okay. You know, there's no dead body hanging out the front, as if it's someone that perhaps has had a bit of a mental health crisis or homeless or something's happened. And you know, because when I see a tent, I kind of have a little look just to make sure that whoever's there is okay. So maybe they were doing that late at night, hopefully. But anyway, apparently Lindisfarne at Holy Island is beautiful. I should say Holy Island Lindisfarne, really. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, but you get the gist.
Whenever I see signs like this, I feel so sorry for whoever the car owner was. But here's the tide time, so it shouldn't happen. And they've made it green for good and red for bad, just in case you didn't know how to read tide times.
I am almost at the end of the 4th to Farne way. This morning was a short one. It was only 3.5 miles to get here. Possibly could have made it yesterday, but because of the tide times, obviously I split up the journey. But after this, I will be getting on the St Cuthbert's way. I'm only going to be doing half of the St Cuthbert's way because the second half is mainly road, so I possibly won't film it. But what I am going to film is some shots of this beautiful priory behind me, because there's an awesome little story about it. Well, it's not so awesome, it's actually quite sad, but impressive at the same time. So, cue the montage and I'll see you at the end of the trail.
Holy Island, also known as Lindisfarne, is one of the most important centres of early English Christianity. Irish monks settled here in 635 AD, and the monastery became the centre for celebrating its bishop, St Cuthbert. Later a church was built around 1150 BC, and the numbers of monks grew until, after continuous conflict between the Scots and the English, saw the monks struggle with the upkeep, and eventually in 1537 the priory was closed from orders by Henry VIII. By the 18th century the ruins and remains had become a tourist attraction, and although the church still stood in 1780, in 1820 the central tower fell.
And here it is, the very end of the 4th to Farne way. 73 miles going from North Berwick to Lindisfarne on Holy Island. It's absolutely beautiful here. I really hope that you have enjoyed following this journey. The next trail is going to be the St Cuthbert's way. However, I'm only doing about half of that to get onto the Pennine way, so I possibly won't film it for you guys. But if you'd like to follow on with more of the journey on the long walk home, please click that subscribe button, ding dong the notification bell, and I will see you on the Pennine way. Yeah! I had such an audience doing that. That's like the 5th time I've tried to record it. All of these hikes finish in really popular places, guys. Anyway, bye!